Hey guys, welcome to this long overdue video on the Y2K aesthetic. I don't know why I haven't done Y2K aesthetic yet because it's probably one of the most popular aesthetics right now. But I guess it's just not really my cup of tea. But I do like some aspects of Y2K aesthetic, so it would be fun to do a little deep dive on this aesthetic. So the name Y2K comes from that whole situation back in the late 90s where people were afraid of how the computer systems would handle the change of dates from 1999 to 2000, and they were worried that the change to 2000s instead of the 1900s would cause a lot of systems to crash and the computer systems wouldn't be able to handle the calendar data change. But recently in terms of fashion, it's been used to refer to the clothing styles from the late 90s to the early 2000s. And this period of time was definitely characterized by a lot of consumerism, especially for luxury and designer brands, and there's a lot of futuristic trends in terms of clothing. And perhaps this was caused by a sense of optimism for the turn of the century. There was a lot of bling and bedazzled designs, designer logos, slim cuts, metallic and bright colors. Some might say it's gaudy, but you can't deny that it's bright and fun and nostalgic. We all know that fashion cycles throughout the years. We've seen the 70s, 80s, 90s come back around, and finally we've reached the early thousands. The Y2K aesthetic has definitely blown up during the pandemic, and especially on TikTok. Some might even argue that TikTok has caused microtrends to pop up, which are trends that last for even just as little as a month or a few months, and I kind of agree with this. I've definitely seen trends come for such a short period of time that it's insane and so bad for the environment. I think one of these microtrends would definitely be the coconut girl aesthetic, which is kind of a subset of the Y2K aesthetic, and I'll discuss later, because it kind of came for like 1 month during the summer of 2020 and then just quickly disappeared. But yeah, more on that later. First, I wanted to talk about the classic Y2K look that you've probably seen on social media the past couple of years. So I'll go over the essential items, accessories, and jewelry. And speaking of jewelry, thank you so much to our sponsor for today, Etah Love, which is a jewelry brand that specializes in handcrafted sterling silver jewelry, and their designs are just so unique and gorgeous. I really love their rings especially. So this time they gifted me 2 rings. One is the Peace Out ring, which features a skull with a peace sign on the head and flowers that go all the way around the brand, and it's so unique. I love the design. And the other one is Hellcat X Onyx, which features a beautiful onyx stone as the centerpiece and a little heart and viney design on the sides. And this is my second time working with them, so I really do love their jewelry and I wear it quite often. The first time they gifted me this High Priestess ring, which has a cute little moon design. I love anything with a moon on it, so I really love this one. I wear it a lot. They also now have the Hellcat and the High Priestess ring in gold if you're more into gold jewelry. And if you are interested in getting any of these rings or any other pieces you see on their website, then you are in luck, because Etah Love is also sponsoring a $500 gift card giveaway for my subscribers, and you only need to do 2 things. First off, you need to comment on this video. Let me know what you think of the Y2K aesthetic. Let me know what you think of the Etah Love jewelry, whatever you want. And secondly, you need to subscribe to their mailing list. I'll have a special link in my description box down below where you can sign up to their mailing list, and not only will you be entered for the giveaway, but you'll also automatically receive a $25 gift card in your mailbox. So you might as well enter already just for that gift card. This giveaway will run for 2 weeks from this video being posted, and you will have until 12 p.m. Eastern time on the last day to sign up. So check that out, I'll link it down below, and get yourself some Etah Love jewelry. Now back to the aesthetic talk. For that classic Y2K look that you're seeing on social media, I would think Brat Styles for inspiration. For tops, I would definitely look for crop tops, especially like lace trim camisole tops, baby tees, especially graphic tees, or studded or bedazzled shirts. I would look for slip camisoles or dresses as well, low-rise pants or low-rise skirts. If you're gonna wear jeans, I would definitely go for bootcut jeans or baggy jeans. For skirts, pleated skirts are also a pretty typical type of skirt in Y2K. Velvet tracksuits are also very common from that era. Cropped cardigans are also a really cute Y2K style item, especially if it has a little tie front detailing. And for accessories, I would look for a saddlebag or a baguette purse, you know, those little tiny mini shoulder purses. I would look for really anything nostalgic in terms of accessories, like jelly sandals, butterfly hair clips is a big one. I feel like even a Tamagotchi could be an accessory. You can go for some chunky chain jewelry, just colorful jewelry in general, bandanas, statement belts, or those chain belts or like a belly chain. Trucker hats are also kind of a thing, especially those Von Dutch trucker hats. And for details in general to look for, I would look for ruffles, metallic or glitter, jewels or like bedazzled designs, tie front cardigans like I mentioned earlier, tie front tops, sheer materials like a mesh fabric, faux fur or fur trim like a fur trim jacket. If you just look up outfits or celebrities from the early thousands, you can definitely find a lot of details there that you can look for and search for when you're looking for Y2K items. Now I wanted to talk about some sub-aesthetics of the Y2K aesthetic that are worth mentioning. So first of all, there's the cyber Y2K aesthetic, which is more sleek and futuristic inspired. You'll see a lot of rhinestones and metallic fabrics there, and you'll see a lot of inspiration from old web and internet aesthetics like video games and clip art from the 90s to the 2000s. This brand of Y2K is also heavily inspired by black culture from around that time, so think Destiny's Child instead of Ashley Tisdale. Some aspects of this aesthetic that are trending again today also include details from goth, rock and roll, and punk styles, such as the gothic crosses, the script writing, tattoo designs a la Ed Hardy. So there's kind of a bunch of different ways you can go with the cyber Y2K aesthetic, whether you want to pay homage to black artists, to rock and roll, or to the futuristic ideals that the new wave of technology brought in during the 2000s. The other sub-aesthetic I want to talk about, I mentioned earlier, that came as a very quick microtrend, is the coconut girl aesthetic, and this is heavily inspired by the summers of early 2000s. Think seashells, beachy hibiscus prints, bright colors, graphic tank tops and mini skirts, and just like anything you would stereotypically wear on a summer beach vacation. Other things you'd see in this aesthetic would be crochet tops, butterfly tank tops, crochet bags, shell necklaces, glitter tattoos, anything beach related like a wave design or a dolphin design or something like that, and brands like Roxy and Billabong. Blah bong. It's a cute aesthetic. I definitely wore those kinds of things when I was like 7 or 8 years old, so I definitely see the nostalgia, but it just kind of sucks that it came so quickly and left so quickly, and I just hate the idea of microtrends. But if you are interested in that aesthetic, those are some things to look for. In terms of where to shop, I feel like shopping for Y2K is pretty easy because it's gotten so popular. You can find these kind of items at pretty much any fast fashion store, any store in the mall like H&M, Garage Clothing, Princess Polly, etc. But of course, I always recommend thrifting first, and since the early thousands really wasn't too long ago, it shouldn't be that hard to find these kinds of items in your thrift stores or online thrift sites at like Depop. I've definitely seen these kinds of things on Depop. You can even just search Y2K or cyber Y2K to find these items. And on those online thrift sites or thrift apps like Depop, Poshmark, Mercari, etc., you can also search brands that were popular during those times like Von Dutch, Ed Hardy, etc. But if you don't want to thrift or shop fast fashion and you're looking for sustainable brands, I did come across this article from Good On You that talks about some brands that have Y2K styles that are sustainable, and Good On You is such a good resource for looking up if a brand is sustainable or not, or ethical or not. So I'll link that below and you can check that out. But otherwise, that is pretty much all I have for my little deep dive on Y2K aesthetics. Of course, I mostly just talked about the fashion since this is a fashion channel, but there's tons of articles out there on Y2K because it's gotten so popular, so if you want to learn more, definitely look it up. But if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, let me know what you thought of Y2K and what aesthetics you want me to cover in the future. Check out Etah Love and enter their giveaway link down below. Don't forget you also have to comment for that. Subscribe if you aren't already, and check me out on Instagram at DRESSRELIEF and on TikTok at DRESSRELIEF for even more fashion and aesthetic content. And I'll see you guys next time.